guys, so this is Marky and I'm going to talk about in the second video of my YouTube channel about as a non-STEM student taking a BS Pharmacy in college. So let's get through it. In this video, I'm going to be tackling or talking about the topic regarding the difficulty that I'm going to share you about things as a non-STEM student that is studying BS Pharmacy in college. So I'll be answering some questions that I have asked myself during my senior years before I enrolled in a pharmacy program or during the college admission month or days. So the first question in the list or the first question that I'm going to answer is it difficult studying the BS Pharmacy or the pharmacy program if you're a non-STEM student? So I'm a HUMSS student, so it is non-STEM, so I'm studying humanities and social sciences during my senior high school year. So it is one of the strand or it is a strand in senior high school that focuses on studying human behavior, politics, society, economics, and political science. So it focuses on advancing or enhancing your skills in linguistic, the way you talk and the way you speak, communication, and your skills in applying social sciences, and etc. etc. So to be honest, I don't really have the idea or fundamentals in chemistry, unlike those STEM student which has taken or studied general or learned general chemistry 1 and 2 during their senior high school year in a STEM program. So to answer that question, as a person that is non-STEM that is studying a BS Pharmacy, it is quite difficult sometimes, but sometimes it's easy. It depends on the topic that we're tackling in a lecture, so it also depends on how much I study. So if I studied like a lot, I could see the difficulty get lessened over time. So as for me, I think it varies or depends on how you study your lecture. So difficulty is subjective. So as for me, I'm going to rate it around 6/10. So it's difficult, or all courses are difficult, but as a non-STEM student that is taking a chemistry heavy field, which is pharmacy, it is difficult, sometimes not. So the next question is, what strand would I recommend if you're planning on studying a STEM-related degree or BS Pharmacy? So I would recommend you taking STEM or Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics during your senior high school, as it is a strand that will teach you general chemistry, biology, physics, calculus, and stuff like related to science and mathematics, which will give you a lot of an advantage if you're taking a science-related or STEM-related degree such as pharmacy, which is the program that I studied currently. So the next question is, so what are the tips that I could give as a non-STEM student to future aspiring non-STEM student that is planning on enrolling or studying in pharmacy? So I would say know the basic knowledge. So basic knowledge in general chemistry, it is very important. So before you enter the program, if you're a non-STEM student, it is really an advantage, or it is a plus if you're going to study general chemistry, even just a little. The next tips I would give is to study the ratio and proportion, the calculations of converting units, and like converting temperature also, and practice the fraction. So it is really have to master those, since I would say that the most difficult subject in my first semester in pharmacy is pharmaceutical and organic chemistry and pharmaceutical calculations and techniques. So pharmaceutical and organic chemistry is chemistry heavy, and that's why I'm telling you to read or learn the fundamentals or at least the basic knowledge in general chemistry, because it is a need. and in duration, proportion, fraction, and the conversion of units, and like the a teaspoon to ml, stuff like that, and mastering the fraction, it is a need or a basic knowledge in pharmaceutical calculations and techniques, which is one of the most hardest subject in pharmacy. So I failed my first quiz in that subject, and I've struggled a lot in the first week, but I've studied more because I'm an instant student, and it's hard sometimes because even if you're master ratio and proportion and fraction, all this basic knowledge stuff, pharmaceutical calculation is indeed difficult, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it because every pharmacy student know, even teachers or professors know, that pharmaceutical calculation techniques is one of the hardest subjects in pharmacy because it is part of the board subject or coverage, the two, the inorganic chemistry and the pharmaceutical calculation, which one of the subject that I've taken in the first semester in first year of pharmacy. Next is the bridging program. So bridging program is like offered by the universities, which offered to those non-STEM students or not, or students that their strand is not aligned to their chosen program in college. So for example, if I'm a HUMSS student and I'm a non-STEM student, obviously, and I'm taking a BS pharmacy which is aligned to the STEM strand, so you're going to be taking major subjects in STEM, which is general chemistry and general biology and general physics, all this fundamental stuff that is needed in the pharmacy program. So it is offered by the university, but some university doesn't offer bridging programs. So in my university, they do not offer bridging program, so I'm not under a bridging program because it is my decision, because I don't really like the idea of studying the senior high school subject in a bridging program and a pharmacy project in a pharmacy subject together. But sometimes you will be taking those in summer, in the bridging subjects, but so I'm really not fan of it, but it is helpful and it can be your advantage also. But it is up to you if you want to be, if you want to enroll in a university that offers a bridging program. So as for me, I don't, and it's fine because you can learn stuff by your own if you are willing to. Next is this misconception in the pharmacy program, which is no math involved. So there is math in pharmacy a lot, and because it is a chemistry heavy subject, so especially in pharmaceutical calculation and techniques, mathematics is really too much involved all throughout the lecture or all throughout the topic. Also, it is quite needed in pharmaceutical and organic chemistry, but a little only. It is much involved, mathematics much involved in the pharmaceutical calculations and technique. Math will be involved in the pharmacy curriculum all throughout the fourth year because there are subjects that is math dependent, such as dosages. We are counting dosages, we are calculating dosages, and there is no escape in mathematics. It is in pharmacy. Math is present in pharmacy. So next is, would I recommend studying pharmacy if you're a non-STEM student? Definitely, I would say yes, I would recommend. It is a challenge, it's quite challenging and it's quite difficult sometimes. My tips here is that you have to really that study that much or put more effort to study more a lot, since we are non-STEM students, so we have to learn some stuff that are taught in STEM sometimes. So it's it's a lot of hard work, but you'll get through it. So I survived my first semester in first year, and it's quite difficult and long in my journey, but you'll survive. So would I recommend studying pharmacy if you're an SM student? Definitely do, because anyone is allowed to take a pharmacy even if it's not aligned to your strand, and there are different programs. There are bridging programs that are offered, and you can learn stuff by your own also if you don't want to enroll in bridging program. So it is okay if you're an non-STEM student and you're taking a pharmacy program, or you're enrolling, or you're planning enrolling in a pharmacy program in college. So that's all in this video that I can talk about, because these are all the questions that I've asked, or that I've questioned myself, or that I've searched in the Google and the various platforms such as YouTube, and I couldn't find plenty of answers. There's only a few of them that I could find in YouTube and in Google about this stuff. So I'm making this video. I hope it could help fellow non-STEM students that are planning on taking a BS Pharmacy or any STEM related degree in college. So yeah, and I have also created a Facebook page which is pharmacy relevant also. It is known as Pharmacy Viii, and I'll link it down below. If you have questions, you can drop it in, or you can comment it down below, and I would be happy to help or to answer your questions by as much as possible replying to your comments. So I will also be creating a videos regarding reading difficulty levels of the pharmacy subjects that I'm taking in the first semester and first sem, and more pharmacy relevant contents in my channel. I hope you subscribe.